Well, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Young Adult Edition. Today we're talking all about Christmas books. We are incredibly excited because Christmas is super fun to talk about. Now, next week, we are going to be doing our Christmas party, but this week, we are here hanging out talking all about Christmas books. I see that we've got some interesting things going on the screen, so I do apologize. Looks like the tech is glitching just a tiny bit, but we're super excited to see all of you. And if you're joining us live, we would love to hear from you. Tell us, what is your absolute favorite Christmas YA story? Jump down and let us know which young adult novel or novella or short story featuring a Christmas vibe is your absolute favorite. I am author K.m. Robinson, and I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Elle Beaumont. How you doing, lady?
Great. How are you?
I am good. It's been a morning.
Oh, yes.
We were doing great, and then all of a sudden, we had things like pop up last minute. So we're just kind of handling things right now. But we actually had a very interesting weekend. We're going to talk all about some book world news. We are going to be talking all about some new releases, and we've got some major ones this week. And we are going to be chatting all about Christmas books. But before we do, we did want to let you guys know that Elle and I maybe hung out this weekend. We were actually together in the same place, the same time, which is not something that happens often because we tend to be several hours apart. But we did get to hang out. So what did we do this weekend, Elle?
We actually went to the Mystic Aquarium Luminary, and it was absolutely stunning. There was so much fun. I know you don't probably have your video of the Santa with the saxophone, but he was serenading the belugas, and it was just awesome. The paths were lit up by luminaries, and I was actually shocked to discover that it was real fire. I was like, children?
Didn't think it would be?
I didn't think it. I thought it would be like the electronic ones because,
Girl, we don't play that game.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope my kids don't like kick these. Just fire's bad, children. But it was absolutely stunning because it was in Old Mystic Village. And for those of you who don't know, it's got these cute, adorable shops in there. It was just, it's gorgeous. And there's food, there's everything you can think of in these little adorable shops. And we were actually able to meet up there. And it was a blast, especially in the aquarium.
It was so much fun. And honestly, my favorite part was Saxophone Santa serenading the beluga whale, because every time he played a song, one of the whales came swimming right up to the glass. If you are on my Instagram, you actually saw it earlier this week, and you got to see Santa playing songs for the whale, and he was just right there at the glass, just watching him. Cutest little thing ever. Big smile on his face. Super excited about just listening to the Christmas music from Santa. So we had a great time, lots and lots of fun. Got to see all of the sharks, which I know are Elle's favorite, and the fish. Definitely, we had a time when we kind of separated from each other and we did our own thing. I went over and I hung out with the sharks because I knew it wasn't your deal.
No, but I did hang out with the elf scuba divers. They were in the tank, and that was so cool.
Right? They had two elves, and actually it was more than, because it was different tanks. So they had a couple of elves and a Santa underwater scuba diving and waving at people. And I actually had an elf read my book. So if you guys watched my Instagram stories adventure, you saw that I had taken Syndrome with me, and I had held it up to the glass to take some pictures. He made me turn it around so he could read it. That was pretty darn fun.
That's awesome.
I know. We had a great time, lots of fun. And if you are staying tuned to my Instagram stories, yesterday I put up everything we did at Alice in the Village, which Elle told you a little bit about. Super cute store, all Alice in Wonderland, Alice crashing through the roof. Beautiful time there. And then later today, I'm also going to be putting more from the aquarium up so that you guys can actually see a lot of what happened there. So lots of fun. Make sure you're following on Instagram stories. And we are going to be doing some really cool stuff for you to kind of let you in on the adventure from this weekend. If you are just joining us live, we would love to hear from you. We're talking all about Christmas books here on Young Adult Edition. And unfortunately, our guest is not going to be able to join us today. S.L. Morgan was supposed to be here, and we had a little conflict at the last minute, and so she's not going to be joining us today unless she pops on. in which case we'll pull her up on screen. But for now, Elle and I are going to be talking all about Christmas books. But before we get there, we did want to let you guys know there's 1 month left in the submission window for the Circus Anthology with Crescent City Publishing, anthologies.crescentcitypublishing.com if you want to get involved in that. 2 others in 2019 as well. And we have some really cool new book releases this week we want to talk about because Elle and I both have books coming out over the next couple of days. We're super excited for this. Let me make this nice and big for you guys. We have Sugar Coated, which releases tomorrow. That is my YA retelling of Hansel and Gretel, where their witch is not actually a villain. She is the hero with them, trying to sneak 13-year-old assassin Gretel into the palace in a Trojan cake so that she can kill the Mad King. And Hansel is going to have to save her after she murders the Mad King. And of course, we know things don't go as planned because unfortunately, she is painted as a witch, and the villain and the history books have lied about her. So you get to find that out tomorrow. And then if you jump to the end of today's new releases, you will actually see that the following week, so not this Tuesday, but a week from tomorrow, Elle and I both have a double release out. The Goose Girl and the Artificial is out, and Hunter's Truce. We're super excited about these. We're going to have some really cool things on our double release day. The Goose Girl and the Artificial is the story of the Goose Girl, only her handmaiden, instead of being a person, is an artificially intelligent robot who steals her identity and threatens to murder everyone, and she has to keep quiet in order to save everyone. And Elle, tell us a little bit about Hunter's Truce.
Hunter's Truce is a Big Bad Wolf and Three Little Pigs retelling, except in this case, the Big Bad Wolf has no choice but to become an assassin to make a change in the kingdom that he lives in. The Three Little Pigs actually sit on the throne, and the Big Bad Wolf actually gives 3 chances for them to change their ways and to make dogs, I'm sorry, to make a difference in the kingdom. And when their 3 chances are up, that's it.
Fantastic. And these come out a week from tomorrow, so you can get Sugar Coated tomorrow, which we're very excited about. And then the following week, you can get Goose Girl and the Artificial by yours truly, and you can grab your copy of Hunter's Truth as well on the 18th. We're super excited for it, and we've got some big things planned. Make sure you check back in so that we can tell you what we're doing next week as we celebrate this fabulous release. And if you have a book out this week, or if you know a book we did not talk about today, we would love for you to drop that down in the comments below so that we can celebrate those new releases as well. But today, we're talking all about everybody's favorite Christmas books. I do see that Jessica Julian is in the comments, and she says that she is almost done with her submission for the Circus Anthology. Super excited to see this, Jess. Cannot wait to see what you are going to be submitting. And we are going to be chatting all about Christmas books today. And I want to know, if you're joining us here in the audience, do you have a favorite young adult Christmas book? So we're not talking about the classics. We're not talking about the stories that we've grown up loving and knowing. We are talking specifically about young adult Christmas stories. So what do you have? Have you read Christmas book before? Let us know what your favorite is down in those comments below. And Elle and I are actually going to be talking about Christmas books today. And like I said, our guest is unable to join us today, so we are going to be talking about some different Christmas stories today. In fact, I actually have not 1, but 2 Christmas stories that are available over on my blog from last year, and we'll be out again this year as well, so you don't have to go searching for them, because in the next couple of days/weeks, I will be releasing those as well. So I have 2 YA stories. One is a scene from Jaded, which is my Jaded duology. It's been called the YA dystopian Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because you don't really know who's going to kill who. And and I wrote a Christmas scene that goes between the first book and the second book. And then I've also written a short story, a very short story. It was for an anthology many years ago, called A Christmas of Ice. And so we're going to be chatting about those today. And Julie's in the comments saying, yay, Christmas. Almost Christmas. And then Jess says that she has never read a Christmas novel unless you count Harry Potter. And Connie is still searching for a good YA Christmas book. Ella and I were talking behind the scenes. Yeah. We actually said a lot of the Christmas books are contemporary. And Ella and I don't necessarily read as much contemporary YA. So it's a little bit hard for us to be like, oh, well, you should check out this book. You should check out this book. But we do have a lot of bonus scenes and short stories and novellas that are Christmassy that we are going to be chatting about today. So let us know if you have a good Christmas story that's a YA. We would love for you to let us know. Julie says that's what they call it in my family. Oh, okay, cool. Very nice. All right, I've been talking a lot. Let's talk about Christmas books. Why do you think everybody loves reading about Christmas so much? And I mean, obviously it's going to be one of those like end of the year only. We don't read about this year round, but why do we get into such a Christmas spirit as we are reading books?
I think because books are cozy, and I'm sorry, the lighting is off here. Books are cozy anyway, and especially in the wintertime, you want to read something that reflects the cozier mood, and you just want something that's comfortable and joyful. I mean, aside from books, I know both of us just binge watch the Hallmark Channel. We do.
I just got access to Hallmark as part of my cable package this year. And so in previous years, I didn't have Hallmark. I had Lifetime. And now all of a sudden, I have 2 channels with good Christmas movies, and I don't know what to do with myself. It's amazing.
Exactly. And so I think like because we're in that whole joyful and comfortable mood, we just want to read something too, you know? We just want to read that and just curl up with a good book and just feel all the good feelings. And generally speaking, the YA contemporary is going to reflect that too, you know, because it's cozy, it's overcoming things and coming together as a family and loved ones. And I think that's why. Like the winter and Christmas books like really, I don't know. I think that's why we binge read them.
I think you make a good point with that. And I have a feeling that is why I haven't written any legit Christmas books, because I don't write nice and fluffy.
I know, that's the thing. Like, how do you write nice and fluffy and comfortable and joyful? Like, it doesn't have anybody dying.
Right. Like, I can do it for a scene, like my Jaded scene. Super, super cute. It's adorable. I loved it so much. But it was nice and fluffy. And you guys know the Jaded duology is anything but nice and fluffy. But I can do it for a scene. I can do it for one scene.
Yeah, I can do it for like maybe like 2,000 words. I could
Exactly, like a chapter. Like maybe.
Yeah, like maybe a chapter. Maybe a chapter's worth. Yeah, because I don't know. That's hard for me to write nice, fluffy stuff. I just can't.
Somebody dies even one of our stories. I mean,
yeah. I mean, none of my stories thus far have been like cutesy. My cutesiest has been Veil Delerman, and even that has like,
yeah.
But speaking of the books, I want to talk to you about your little short story. The Christmas of Ice.
Okay.
That you wrote years ago. Do you still remember what the inspiration behind that was?
I do. Okay. So Christmas of Ice is a short story I wrote for an anthology and was published in an anthology years before I became an author, and I didn't tell anybody about ever. So I had written this story and they're like, it's a very, very short word count. It has to be very, very tiny. And so I had to come up with a Christmas story because it was a Christmas anthology. Jess is in the comments saying Christmas is the best. And I see some other comments we're going to get to in a minute. But it was a Christmas anthology. And I had to write a Christmas story. And it had to be really short. And it was like, you got to make it kind of nice. And you guys know I don't write nice. I don't do that. And so I was trying to figure out how to tell a very short story. And literally it was like 1,000 words. It was very, very short. I don't remember exactly what the word count was, but I had to cram it all in. And so I wrote a contemporary, I know it's shocking, a contemporary YA-ish. Actually, I guess it was NA. Technically, it's NA. They're college age. But it was a contemporary story about a group of people who were out caroling, and it kind of ends with something nice and fluffy. And if I tell you what it is, it literally ruins the story, so I can't tell you what it is. But it ends with something really nice and sweet and romantic and fluffy and adorable. And back in the day, like even before I had considered writing at all for any reason, back when I was in college, I actually had a family kind of adopt me while we were there from the church that I had worked at. And so all the different families had kind of adopted different college students who worked at the children's church there. And we got to go caroling in their complex that they lived in. And so I invited a bunch of my friends over, and we showed up all bundled up, and we went out and we sang all around their complex, and people would try to run out and give us money, which we always turned down. It was the cutest thing. And we got to see all the lights and got to do all this fun stuff. And then we went back to their house and we had hot chocolate. And it was just this lovely time. And I remember thinking while we were out caroling how beautiful it was and how absolutely perfect it would be for something like the light and fluffy ending that I gave it. And so when it came time to write a story that was super, super short for that Christmas anthology, I'm like, that works. That works. We'll tell the story of what didn't actually happen at my caroling thing, because that was not, that was not a thing. But I always thought it would be super cute if it was. And so I turned it into a story. We've got this adorable little story. Jess is in the comments giving us all of the Christmas emojis. Connie's in the comments. She said, "You girls look gorgeous." Thank you, Connie. The flowers are because my hair was not cooperating today.
Yeah, same here. Same here. So
we're being extra cutesy about the Christmassy books here with the pretty flowers and the Christmassy colors. So, join us next week. We're doing our Christmas party. We're going to be even more decked out. I'm just saying.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was definitely an interesting little short story, and that was available on my blog last year. I gave that out as part of my 12 days of KMR Christmas. And because I didn't do the 12 days of Christmas this year because of everything going on in my family that was unexpected, I will be giving out this scene, probably with a brand new cover, even though last year's was gorgeous. And I will be giving out the Jaded scene as well, which I love so much. It was so much fun. But yeah, lots of fun, wonderful Christmas stories. And I love like short stories. And I actually wanted to bring up, back in the day, I had read a Lisa Brown Roberts novel, and it was called Playing the Player. Super cute. And she had actually written a Christmas bonus scene that year. That was like my introduction to writing special Christmas bonus scenes for special events for books and things like that. And so that she gave me the idea of writing a Christmas bonus scene for last year. But she had the cutest one for her story, Playing the Player. And so we know she writes contemporary YA, and she has all these fun, fabulous stories about geek girls and geek guys, and it's just really, really cute. And so she wrote a Christmas story after the book ends. And so obviously they're together and they're happy, and it's lovely and wonderful. And we get to see what happens when they come upon a bit of a Christmas scene. It's about two kids who are put together to babysit these two very traumatic little children, and the chaos that ensues. The guy is like this wild and crazy guy, and she's supposed to calm him down and help him to be more responsible. But he also is supposed to like loosen her up a little bit, 'cause she's very straight-laced. And so it's very, very much a cute story. But then we get into the Christmas version where they take the kids Christmas shopping, and it's hilarious and amazing, and I love it. Connie is down in the comments saying that she loves my shells. Thank you. Thank you. Let me show you this. I'm going to go solo for a second. Boom. Check out my gorgeous shells. Aren't they so pretty? With all of my fun, fabulous books behind me. This is the very first time I've been live with them on Facebook. I did go live on Instagram, but they didn't see all of them. So I have to actually kind of reevaluate where I place some of my things, because you can't see it with my big old head in the way. So I might have to redo some of this. We shall see. We shall see. But there's lots of fun, fabulous Christmas short stories, which we love to chat about. And I want to know, guys, I do want to know as soon as I get my words back up on my screen. Nope. I thought I had more questions on my screen. I'm like, yes, I do. No, because we ended up changing what we're doing just a little bit today because our guest was unable to join us. So my questions don't actually pertain to all of this. It's okay. It's okay. Oops. Right. Here's a great question. There's a wonderful question. Let's think about Christmas music. We love Christmas music. We love Christmas songs. If you join us next week, I'm actually going to tell you a special thing about a Christmas song that was written in my hometown. And I want to think about that. What Christmas song would you love to see turned into a YA novel, assuming we don't have to deal with copyright? What Christmas song would you love to see turned into a YA novel? Let us know down in those comments below. Elle, I'm going to go to you because
yeah.
the spot.
I would love to see Baby It's Cold Outside. I know, right? All the
talk about that. That's the one we're going with right now.
Yeah, but I think that would be a really adorable contemporary story that I might have to now like consider writing.
Hey, you were gonna do it for next year. I'm just saying.
I know, so I might have to do that. But I think that would be a really adorable, because I'm not gonna get into like the woo about that, but I think it's just really cute, the playfulness between the two as he's trying to court her and everything, and it's just the playful banter. You know me, I love banter between characters. It's like my favorite thing. So I definitely would want to see that one turned into a song. What about you? I know you already kind of.
Let me see. There's so many. There really are so many very good Christmas songs, and I have to sit here and think about what they are. I really should have pulled up like a Spotify playlist and just started ticking through them. Like, what could we turn into a really great story? I would love to see something like White Christmas. I would love to see Winter Wonderland. Jingle Bells. I mean, we can turn that into it, right? Because we're on a sleigh ride. It works.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else would I love to see. I think the first Noel would be like, I think that would be a really good one too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let us know in the comments, guys, what Christmas song would you love to see turned into a YA novel? Help us out because we put ourselves on the spot and we didn't really give ourselves much time to think this one through, and we would love for you to come and save us. Well, but I mean, I would love to see like White Christmas. How fun would that be? We've got the snow everywhere. I'm trying to think of the lyrics and I can't because I'm thinking of the next song. But that would be so much fun to kind of tell that story. It would be super fun to do Winter Wonderland because that paints such a beautiful picture. Okay, I'm done. I can't. I'm trying to get myself around it, guys. Winter Wonderland was written in my hometown, and if I talk about it too much, it's just going to come out. I was going to tell you next week, but I'll tell you this week too. Winter Wonderland was written in my hometown. I've actually seen the building where it was written. It was written overlooking our Central Park. And, I mean, just think through the lyrics of that. It really paints the story. It's a very clear visual. And to turn that into a story, like, I should probably do that. I should go down to the Historical Society and be like, what can you tell me? Well, I'm just going to write this. I'm going to write this. I really should. I really should. Okay, fine.
You're making me write Christmas stuff. So.
You said you were going to write your Christmas stuff. Don't put that on me. She tries to blame me, guys, but it's not me. She wants.
Like I don't have enough to write.
I mean, it's not like we're all waiting for spin-offs. I don't know what you're talking about.
The never-ending list, yeah.
It is a very long list. It is. I know. I got you. But do let us know if you are here with us live. What do you want to see turned into a YA novel from our favorite Christmas songs? Who wants to turn All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey, into a song? Obviously copyright infringement here, but how? Into a song? No, into a story. Let's turn that into a story. Like, how much fun would that be, right? I'm just saying. Obvious copyright infringement, we can't do that. But that would be so cool. Should reach out to her and be like, girl, can we just like collab on
movies and everything? Because it just, you know me, I'm like a library of Hallmark Christmas movies. It's bad. Like, I mean, I would absolutely love to do a princess for Christmas type of story. Like, I don't know if you've seen that Hallmark movie, but oh my goodness, that is like my favorite cheesy Hallmark movie.
I haven't seen that one yet, no.
It came out a couple of years ago, but I love it. It's kind of like a Cinderella.
Is that the one with Lacey Chabert?
No.
I saw a commercial for that last night. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting.
This one is a aunt trying to raise her niece and nephew, and she is doing her best, and she discovers that, hey, the grandfather of these children is some kind of lord in Europe, and he wants them around for Christmas. And she is like ridiculed for how she's raising them, even though she's doing her best. And there is a prince there who actually plays Jamie from Outlander.
Oh, wow. We just got everyone's attention.
Yeah. So he is the prince, if you will. And they're just very stuffy, and she just kind of brightens up their life, and they all see like the kids adore her, and she really is doing her best. And I just think it's like a sappy, it just, I don't know, super warm and sappy, and I adore it. Plus, Katie McGrath is the actress, and I love Katie McGrath.
That's awesome. Just as in the comments, she is saying Frosty the Snowman from Frosty's point of view. Ooh. Okay, now I'm picturing like human form Frosty.
Yeah.
And just, because I mean, think about what I did to Jack Frost, so I could totally do Frosty. I'm just saying.
That would not be too far-fetched.
If you missed last week's episode, we talked all about winter books. We did talk about the revolution of Jack Frost, and so you can get a pretty decent idea there of what I might end up doing to a Frosty story. I can totally see that happening, is all I'm saying.
Yep, look
Look
at
at
the
the legality
Frosty,
of that. Oh
my gosh.
Fun time.
But I think it would be a blast to do like a little collection of Christmas shorts.
Well, I mean, more anthologies. We could do it. Everybody grab a Christmas story.
Yep, let's grab one.
Start planning now. We're just going to be like adding things in. 2019 bonus anthology.
Yeah, there we go. Impromptu Christmas Christmas special from Crescent Sea Publishing.
Hey, if you want to see a Christmas anthology with YA, whatever, like retellings, are we doing retellings? I don't know what we're doing. Whatever we're calling this, it's Christmas anthology. We hope that you'll join us next year for this bonus that's not actually officially happening yet, but if you would like to see it, but Jess is like, I claim Frosty. I got this. Okay. All right.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick like Christmas songs, like Turtle Doves. We're gonna somebody get the Turtle Doves. Somebody get a Rudolph, and
we're gonna do an anthology. It's gonna be the 12 Days of Christmas, and you all have to focus on a different one.
Yes.
And tell the story.
Yes, that would be fun.
Amazing, actually.
That would actually
happen on live TV.
This is how me and Cam think. This is like, yes, we should do.
It's how everything we do happens. Like, oh, we should do this. Oh, wait, we should do this. Just said the anthology, the 12 Days of Christmas. Yeah, super fun, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we would
rolling with it. No.
We would actually have to look into the legalities of that, because I don't know what's copyrighted and what's not. But that'd be like super fun if we could do that. Just saying. Things happen. Lots and lots of fun. This is what happens when Elle and I get together. Insanity. It is.
Insanity and great things happen.
Great things happen. I mean, just look at the anthologies hitting the bestsellers list. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. All right, guys, let us know. What do you want to talk about with Christmas books, since we shifted what we were doing just a tiny bit? And do us a favor. If you're having fun here listening to our insanity, hit the share button now. That tells Facebook we're doing something awesome, we're doing something good, and they should be kicking us out to more and more people, because when it kicks it out to more people, that means more people come hang out with us, which means we can have more incredible guest stars on Young Adult Edition and on all of my author fabulousness here on the Facebook platform. So when you hit share, that not only helps me, it not only helps Elle, but it helps you, because we do more fun, fabulous things just like Young Adult Edition and all of these fun Christmassy things that we are doing here on Facebook.com/k.m.robinson books. And we would love to hear from you. What do you want to see next week, next Monday, 1 week from today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's a book release. Sorry, guys.
It is.
A week from today at our Christmas party. We do have some incredible guest authors joining us for all the fun. We will be a little more festive than we are today, which is hard to believe, but it's happening. And we're going to have lots and lots of fun at our Christmas party next week. So let us know, what would you like to see at the Christmas party next week? Lots of ideas down in the comments below. We love getting your ideas, guys. So much fun. And let us know, what has been your favorite Christmassy thing in a book, since not a lot of us have read YA Christmas, since not a lot of us read contemporary YA here hanging out in the comments today.
You know, I can't like conjure up a YA thing, but I think I'm just going to go to like my all-time favorite. I think it's just the season of being thankful and forgiving. I think that's my favorite thing, is just, I'm going to go to the Christmas Carol, because that just like represents Christmas so well, like the forgiving spirit, and that how it's never too late to forgive somebody. I think that's my favorite thing. I know it's kind of cheesy and corny and a little off topic, but
but isn't that exactly what we're talking about with these Christmas stories? We all go to the slightly cheesy, fluffy, lovely side of things because it's that time of year. It's all good.
Absolutely. It's a heart time of year, you know, like it's all about the heart and giving and loving and sharing and caring and warm hugs.
Some people are worth melting for, boo. They are.
They are. And we totally just went to Olaf.
Oh, I did. You know I did. Fun times. Jess is in the comments saying snow was her favorite. Jess, get out. We love you, but get out. No, we're not doing the snow thing here. This is not an acceptable answer. It's not.
Sorry, my dogs are being obnoxious right now.
Oh, they just love the Christmas spirit. It's all good.
They also want warm hugs right now. Wow.
They do.
The sun actually like came out and is a little blinding.
It was very bright. Oh, now Jess is sending us snow emojis. I see how it goes.
Let it snow, or let it go, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Which is kind of funny, because you don't mind the snow. I mind the snow. So you're the let it snow, I'm the let it go.
Yeah, I don't mind snow, actually. You know, like I don't even mind the cold. It was, for those of you who don't know, it was actually pretty brisk when we met up at Mystic Village. It was like 20 degrees outside.
It was so cold.
No lie. And it's right on the water right there. So it's quite cold down there. And I just had a long sleeve shirt and a sweater on. That's basically, and I had a jacket, but it was not even zipped. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm comfortable.
I'm over here like dying. There were ducks in the water, guys. I am not joking. If you go to my Instagram stories right now, I've got a video of them with my book in the water swimming around. I'm like, how are you functioning? How have you not died of hypothermia? What is happening here?
They're New England ducks. They're like,
Whatever. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
But it's cold.
It's so cold. I'm a firm believer that winter shouldn't get below 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Just saying.
Oh, go to California then.
I want to.
Go to where David Kudler was.
I know last week we had David Goodler with us for our winter books episode. He was in California, and David doesn't really get much snow. I was very, very jealous.
And it's like a steady 60 degrees there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. Yeah. I would definitely be okay in California.
I like some snow because I don't mind the cold. I know everybody knows this that like tunes in, but I don't mind the cold. I used to work in it. And I had no choice but to like work outside, even if it was like below 6 degrees. Horses depended on me, so.
I mean, we do what we gotta do, but like, do we really have to do it in the cold? I'm just saying. Not a fan of the winter. I've always said ever since I was a young girl, I am okay with snow on Christmas Day, and then I don't want to see it until next Christmas. I do not need 6 months of winter like I get here in Pennsylvania. It is not even funny. It's ridiculous.
I wouldn't mind snow like once a month. I just don't. I don't like slush. But
see, I do so much outside though, like with my recording and all that. I don't want to be traipsing through snow. I don't want to be shivering. I don't want to be in a coat all the time. Like, please, just give me summer back.
You're in the wrong state.
I'm aware. I am very much aware of this. Merry Christmas to me. It's been so much fun, you guys.
Now, would you, if you wrote another short story book, would it be a tropical Christmas story, or would it have snow in it?
It would have snow because snow Christmas. Unless I could figure out a way to get away with a tropical Christmas, because I'd be all about that. And then I would demand a research trip. That's it. I'm going to write a tropical Christmas story next year. But to get it right, I have to do the research trip right now. Let's go. Send me to the tropics. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I'm in New England and we have Christmas strolls. I don't know if you have Christmas strolls so much down there, but like Nantucket has like the entire island becomes a Christmas stroll.
That's fun.
And one of my favorite things is that Boston actually gets a Christmas tree from Nova Scotia because of an old friendship and promise, because Boston actually sent help when there was this huge fire, and it was just something that they carried on as a tradition and saying thank you. We get their biggest Christmas tree, and the tree that is in Boston Commons is from Nova Scotia, and it's like this big to do every single year.
That is so fascinating. I love that. Okay.
I know.
So if you guys want more fun stories like this, make sure you join us next Monday. We are doing our Christmas party episode. We're super excited. It's going to be lots of fun right here, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook.com/k.m.robinson books. We are here every single Monday, 10 a.m. for Young Adult Edition. Usually we have some fabulous guest stars with us. Today, our guest star was unable to make it, but we had so much fun talking all about Christmas books. We talked about my short story, A Christmas of Ice. We talked about my bonus scene for the Jaded Duology that was all about Jade being turned into a Christmas tree. One of my favorite things ever. I absolutely adore it. It will be available in the next couple of days or a week because I am doing a brand new cover for it. I'm really excited for it, and those will be available on my blog. I'll let you know on social media when those are up. We're going to have some fabulous special guests join us next week, and there may be some elf ears involved. We're incredibly excited. It's going to be so much fun. We would love for you guys to come join us as well. Selena's in the comments saying you're in PA2 and you're starting to hate snow because of my cute commute. Yes, girl. Yes. What part of PA are you in? I'm up in the northeastern corner. Let me know kind of what area you're in, and we'll see how close we are. Lots of fun. But we would love for you guys to join us next Monday for our Christmas party episode of Young Adult Edition. It's going to be lots of fun. We're going to be dressed even more festively than we are today. And we're going to be hanging out, telling fun stories. We're going to be talking about different Christmas traditions. We're going to be talking about the song that was written in my hometown. We might even talk more about this gigantic tree from Nova Scotia. How much fun is that? We would love to see you guys here, right here live on Facebook, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, facebook.com/k.m.robinson books next week. I'll let everybody know where they can find you.
You can always find me on my website, lbeaumontbooks.com. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at lbeaumontbooks. Twitter, you can find me at lbeaumont. And you can also find me on YouTube for rebroadcasts and live unboxing, Ask Me Anythings at lbeaumont on YouTube.
Selena, I see you're in the comments. I'm just going to toss this out here right now. You're outside of Philly. I went to college down near Philly. Super fun. And I bounced down to Allentown all the time. So we're actually not that far. We're like 3 hours from each other. So yay. That's exciting. You can come hang out with me over at k.m.robinsonbooks.com, where we've got all sorts of behind the scenes on my different books. And you can hit me up at k.m. Robinson Books on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and YouTube, IGTV, all those fun, fabulous places. I would love for you guys to come join me. And like I said, we are doing behind the scenes of English, our trip. We had a cool trip this weekend where we got to meet up in Connecticut together. And so I'm showing some of the behind the scenes of that over on my Instagram stories. I do hope you guys will pop over and check that out because it's lots and lots of fun, but you will be able to see some of that later on as well. And we just wanted to remind you, tomorrow is the release of Sugar Coated. We are going to be doing some fun things here on the channel tomorrow. We're going to be doing a live launch party-ish kind of thing, as well as over on Instagram Live. We would love for you guys to get that pre-ordered right now. It is my Hansel and Gretel retelling, where the witch is not actually a villain. In fact, she's not even a witch. She is Hansel's girlfriend, and she is a baker trying to sneak 13-year-old assassin Gretel into the palace in a Trojan cake to assassinate the Mad King. And obviously, things do not go as planned since the history books paint her as that villain. Come check it out tomorrow. sugarcoatedinfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. I will see you tomorrow for all the fun, fabulous release day wonderfulness. And then the following week, Elle and I have a double book release for Hunter's Truce and The Goose Girl and the Artificial. We'll be telling you more about that next week. And we will see you next week for our Christmas party right here, facebook.com/k.m.robinsonbooks. Come with all of your festive fun ready to go. We're going to have lots of fun, fabulous guest stars, and lots of bonus fabulous, wonderful holiday content. Come join us. It's going to be lots of fun. Until then, we will see you here on the channel because lots of fun, fabulous things. Oh, Selena is excited for Sugar Coated. Thank you. I'm super excited for you guys to read it as well. We'll see you guys next week for our Christmas party. Until then, stay inspired. Bye-bye.